Hey y'all, it's Kiki. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome back. Let's just start over. Hey y'all, it's Kiki. Welcome back to my channel. Boom, there we go. I'm sitting here at my desk trying to finish this little charm bracelet, and it's too big, so actually y'all are gonna be here while I figure out how to make it fit. Anyways, let me tell you, people don't realize how much they ruin their relationship they have with themselves. First of all, people don't even realize how important it is to have a relationship with themselves. They think relationship just means everything and everyone that is on the outside of them. But the most important relationship that you ever gonna have in your life is the relationship you have with yourself. And people neglect it all the time and then be surprised when they end up in terrible ass friendships and terrible ass romantic relationships because you don't even really take the time out to get to know yourself. So what makes you think you're gonna be able to show up for anybody else when you don't even show up for your damn self? Yeah, let's clock in. So this is coming from somebody who used to be a really bad people pleaser, a certified, I ain't even gonna say people pleaser, let's just call a spade a spade. I used to be a certified ass kisser. I used to be so afraid to stand up for myself, so afraid to stand on my own boundaries and my opinions and my beliefs and etc. because I was so worried about being liked and making sure at the end of the day, when the day ends, I still have a friend and I still have, people around me. Not even knowing that I was ultimately ruining my own relationship with myself because I was neglecting my own needs. I was, not respecting myself, not loving myself, not really taking my own, hopefully y'all can hear me with all this noise, but not even taking my own, emotions into accountability because it's not into accountability, but into account. I'm sorry. Not taking my own emotions into account because it's or into consideration because I was so worried about everybody else's emotions. So let me just tell y'all how I learned to stop ruining and neglecting the relationship I have with myself. So yeah, let's just get into it while I finish this bracelet, bro. So first things first, I learned that not everyone needs to know everything about me. Point blank period. And I fear that everyone kind of just goes throughout life just running their mouth all the time. And less is more. Less is fucking more. I feel hold on, y'all. Let me raise your number. Okay, that's better. Anyways, what I was saying was, yeah, I stopped telling everything. I stopped telling every single person that I came into contact with everything about me. Because this is how I feel about it. For one, not everybody wishes you well. Some people literally just want to be in your business. Some people just want to keep up with you. People might even just be watching you from afar, not even really interacting with your stuff. They probably don't even like you for real, but you are running your fucking mouth, telling them everything from A to Z. And then wondering why you can't, really just enjoy life and enjoy, just whatever it is that you keep sharing about because you don't know how to shut up. Now, granted, I don't see anything wrong with sharing, being vulnerable, wanting to be transparent, or sharing your own little stories or experiences just for the sake of relatability. But I honestly feel certain things should be kept for you and you only. I just don't understand that. I don't understand it. But I guess I can't at the same time give them grace because I used to be a person who ran my mouth all the time. And it was because I feel if I'm very open and honest with this person, and this person is gonna realize that I don't have any ill intent and I don't, I'm a very trusting person because I trust them with my information. So hopefully this will jumpstart our friendship or relationship, etc. And it's girl, you hoping for a friend, and while some people may not run and tell your business, some people can't wait for you to come around so you can run your mouth so they can go back to their group chat, go back to their family and run your business. So I just feel me personally, it's just certain things that are just not gonna leave me, and that's just me. I just feel when the sun sets and it's time for you to head back to glory or go back to your maker, you need to have a couple secrets. to yourself. That's just really how I feel. I don't feel like everybody needs to know everything, not even your significant other. Yeah, you can share like 80%, maybe even 95%, but that 5% needs to stay with you. I'm so sorry. Nobody on this planet should just know you from the ins and outs, ups and downs, all around, besides you. And that's a hill I'm willing to die on. The next thing I stopped doing when it came to my relationship with myself, I stopped making promises that I knew I wasn't gonna keep. And we do that all the time as people, and you would think that's common sense, but let's just think about it. If you are somebody, not even if you are somebody, it's just been times where I know for a fact that after I get off work, after I get done working 8 hours, a whole 8-hour shift, right? And I'm like, okay, you know, when I get home, I'm gonna make dinner, and then I'm gonna clean up, and then I'm gonna do laundry, and I'm gonna screw up the bathtub, and I'm gonna screw up the sink, and I'm gonna vacuum, and da-da-da-da. Knowing damn well I do not have the energy to do none of that shit. But I done sat here and made a promise to myself, and then got home, and I ain't even kept the promise. So now it's like, what was the point of like really thinking that you was gonna do X, Y, Z? It's still too big. I think it's falling down my arm too far. I want it to kind of be up here and not right here. But that just worked for right now. So it's like, what's the point of making all those promises if you know you're not gonna keep them? You don't promise yourself over and over again that you're gonna go to the gym, start drinking more water, start eating good. It's like, stop making promises that you're not gonna keep. You are learning to not trust yourself. You are learning that out of everybody in the world, the one person that is permanently in your life, that is literally gonna go wherever you go, can't even be trusted. So I think like this, I feel like that is self-explanatory. Like, making those promises that you know for a fact you're not gonna keep is up the relationship you have with yourself. That's just point blank, period. So anyways, next, what I was gonna say also was, I stopped going around people that I know weren't good for me. When I just said that, I honestly feel like when you hear somebody say something like, oh, stop going around people who are no good for you, whoever the fuck pops up in your head when you first hear that, that's the person you need to get rid of first. And no, I don't care if you've known them since elementary school and y'all are now in y'all 30s. I don't give a damn if y'all share the same blood DNA. If that person is not good for you, get from around them. Because let's just keep in mind some things, right? Yeah, the relationship you have with yourself sets the tone for the relationships you have in the real world. But the relationships you have in the real world sets the tone for how your life is gonna go. It sets the tone for your journey, you know, how you are gonna react out in the world. If you're gonna have a lot of fears, the type of beliefs you're gonna have, the type of values you're gonna have, the foundation of the type of person that you're gonna be altogether, the relationships you have with other people are going to determine those things. So if you got messed up people around you and you feel uncomfortable, you walk on eggshells, you can't be yourself, you can't be honest, you can't wear what you want to wear, you can't, you know what I'm saying, share your emotions, be the you know, creative or outspoken person that you have always been your entire life, why the hell are you still around them? What benefit are you getting from being around them? I don't understand. And I guess it's because a lot of people, including myself, feel like, oh, well, if we just, you know, give these people some time, maybe they'll figure out how much they hurt us. They know how much they hurt you. They don't care. They know how much they make you uncomfortable. They don't care. They know how much you know, don't want to hear them talk about you, talk badly about you, be negative about your dreams, your goals, and the things you want to do in life. They don't care. So the more time you spend around them, the more you disrespect your damn self, because it's like, you know you don't want to be around this, you know you don't want to deal with this, yet you keep coming around. Why? What are you getting out of it? And I don't care if it's like, oh, well, at the end of the day, that's family. I don't give a fuck. I don't. Because, yeah, that's family, whatever, but when it's time for you to take your last breath, guess who's going with you? Not your family. Okay, when it's time for you to call it quits and head up yonder, guess who's going with you? Your family's not. Stop going around people who mean you no good. Stop that. You are ultimately neglecting and disrespecting yourself. I'm so sorry. And that's just that. Hold on, because this is gonna make me mad. And that honestly leads me to my next point of not forcing yourself to do things that don't align with you. especially if you are somebody who, let's just say you hang out with a lot of people who do a lot of the extracurricular activities. Maybe they smoke, they drink, whatever the case is, and you don't want to be a party pooper, but you genuinely just are not that person no more. Maybe, or let's just say, you know, you got a lot of friends and you just don't like talking about certain topics anymore, or you don't like cursing anymore, you know, boo. No, I'm just kidding. But let's just say, you know, it's just certain things that you used to do that no longer aligns with you, but you still find yourself around the people who still dibble and dabble in those type of behaviors and things like that. Trying to force yourself to fit in with them, or do the things that you know you don't want to do, that doesn't feel good, that doesn't feel natural or right, just to say, oh, I'm kicking it with my friends. You're disrespecting yourself. You're neglecting yourself. Okay? And that's just that on that. But I just feel like don't force yourself to do shit you don't want to do. And when you hear stuff like that, it's like peer pressure is a mofo. You have people around you who like, you know, just take one more shot, bro. Like just take a shot, bro. Just, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, we out. What you doing? Just take a shot. It's like, no, I'm good. I'm gonna sip on my mocktail because I'm not in the mood to drink right now. Man, you lame as hell. And it's like, okay, I will be that. Like, stand on that. Point blank, period. You know, at a certain point in life, you just stop giving a damn. And it's like, I don't have to sit up and prove a thing to a soul. So just because you want me to do this one thing, and I know for a fact it doesn't feel good to me, I'm not gonna do it. And that's just that on that. I'm trying to think of this one thing that I just don't do. Oh, drinking. Well, I am a wine drinker. I'm not gonna lie to you. I love a good glass of wine. But in the past, I used to be like a heavy, not a heavy drinker, but you know, you go out with your friends, you go to the bar, y'all take shots, whatever. But now it's like something in I can't do it. I don't want a shot of Crown. I don't want no fucking Douce. I don't want no Cardi. I don't want none of this shit. And that's just how I feel. And I honestly feel like, not only am I not going to force myself to do something I don't want to do, but if someone who is supposed to be around me, is forcing me to do something I don't want to do, guess who's getting packed up within the next 24 hours? That person. Because if I said no the first time, why are you still asking me? Why are you still trying to pressure me? I just feel like it's important to do what works for you and stay away from the things that don't align with you. And that's just point blank, period. The next thing that I stopped doing, that I had to learn to stop doing, because I am guilty of this, is giving people multiple damn chances. They play with you once and it's like, okay. They play with you twice and it's like, okay. They play with you 3 times and it's like, okay, now I'm really getting pissed off. Girl, you should have been pissed that first time. That first time they played with you should have been the last, you know? And of course, you know, everybody got their reasons. I guess my own reason was because, I don't know, I just didn't know how to stand up for myself. I had no boundaries. That's just that. I had no boundaries, and I had no self-respect. So it was nothing for me to be like, okay, I forgive you, even though you just disrespected me in the greatest way possible. I'm like, oh, I forgive you, you know. It's whatever. No, I'm over that shit. I knew exactly what they was doing when they was doing it. People just want the okay to sit around and play in your face for as long as they can. And because you have allowed it for so long, the moment you decide to start standing up for yourself and being like, okay, you know what? I'm not accepting this shit no more. Like, I'm finna leave your ass right where you have me up right now, and I'm not coming back. Girl, they'll start looking at you like you the bad guy. Like, how dare you not want to be disrespected no more? Bitch, huh? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean, how dare I not want to be disrespected? Bitch, because I love myself, bitch, and I care for myself. And I'm always going to come first before everybody else, and I don't give a damn. Okay, and then my next point kind of just piggybacks off my last one when I was saying don't give multiple chances. But don't go back on your boundaries. And I find a lot of people do that. A lot of people will say, okay, you know what? I'm not gonna deal with somebody raising their voice at me. I don't want nobody raising their voice at me, right? And then you get in a relationship with this guy and he gets upset. Y'all get into, you know, a little disagreement. And then he gets to raising his voice like he done lost his mind. And you're like, well, you know, he was upset and it was kind of my fault. So I guess I can like make a pass. No. Because girl, what's the point of even setting a boundary if you just gonna go back on it? If you don't want somebody, a grown-ass person yelling in your face, you don't want a grown-ass person yelling in your face. What's wrong with that? Now stand on that. I fear a lot of people just be saying shit just to hear themselves say it. It's like you done made all these promises, you done made all these rules and these fucking regulations, and you're not even abiding by them. And you letting somebody come into your life and play in your fucking face in the name of, oh, I want a man, or oh, I want a friend, oh, but that's family. Girl, miss me with that, for real. My next point is, when it comes to taking care of the relationship you have with yourself, not neglecting yourself, and upholding that respect that you built, you know, over the past couple of years or months, days, whatever, you need to know when to walk away and stay away. A lot of people, and I feel like I've talked about this in the past, but I don't give a damn. A lot of people go no contact, but really they just be taking a break from people. And this is my thing. When you go no contact is the last option. That is the last resort. That is the last thing you do after trying so hard to communicate, you know, have the conversations, express yourself, really get them to understand how you feel. And the last option, the very last thing you do before you call it quits and you decide you no longer want this person in your life, that's no contact is the last thing you do. That's not they pissed me off, so let me stop talking to them for 2 months and then come back and see if they learn their lesson. No, that's not no contact. No contact is, I gave them one too many chances. They have shown me that not only do I not matter, but my feelings don't matter, I don't matter, my presence doesn't matter. They don't plan on respecting me anytime soon or treating me how I want to be treated, so I'm finna get the fuck out of Dodge because I am not the one, the two. And if I'm not the one or the two, I can never be the three, right? So it's like, when I say walk away and don't look back, I mean when you decide that, oh, I'm done talking to you, be done for real. When you decide, okay, I'm about to block them on everything and I'm about to be done, or if you anything like me, I'm gonna change my phone number and my address and my workplace because I damn sure don't want them popping up wherever I am. Stand on that. It's just about keeping those promises and upholding those fucking boundaries that you set for yourself. I feel like a lot of people do this, but don't be no action behind it. It just be this here. Don't be no action behind none of that. And I think that's why they be in the situations that they be in. You look up and it's women in these relationships with these damn men, and oh my God, it's backwards. That's gonna piss me off. But you look up and it's women in these relationships with these men, and it's like, oh, I've tried to tell him time and time again that I don't like this, yada yada yada. And it's like, okay, so what are you doing? What's the consequence for that? Like when you set a boundary, when you say you done with something, when you letting it be known that you're not going for something, that you're not gonna accept this, what's the consequence that follows behind it? A lot of people claim to have boundaries, but then there's no consequence for that person violating said boundary or disrespecting you or doing whatever the fuck. So that's why that's why you have certain women who just run their mouth, who nag, complain, want to argue all day, but they still ain't left yet. You can't stand this man. You swear up and down that he just ruins everything and he don't love you and you don't understand why you're still with him, but you're still with him. We don't know why you're with him either. And we low-key, we're not even low-key, we're high-key tired of you complaining about it. We're tired of hearing that shit. You're tired, but imagine how tired we are of it. Imagine how tired we are. And then the last thing that I wanted to touch on, which I could really go on and on for this shit, but the last thing I wanted to touch on is learning to create your own rituals, your own traditions, your own little fun moments that are special to you and to you only. Especially if you are someone who spends a lot of time alone. Maybe you don't have a lot of friends, you don't have a lot of family, or you don't have anybody at all. It's important that you learn to create things and to create your own memories, even if it's just by yourself, because at the end of the day, time is gonna fly and you can only sit and you can have those pictures, but those moments are just so much more important. You know, you can have those videos, but the moments are just so much more important. So I know people who, you know, no matter what, every single year that it's their birthday, they going shopping. And I'm one of those people. I done did it 3 years now, and now my birthday is coming up and I am going shopping. But now I plan on going shopping in a different city because I'm tired of going to fucking North Park to go to the mall, girl. So it's like, I want to go to somebody else's Galleria. I'm tired of Dallas's Galleria. But it's like, learn to create those own special moments for yourself. Stop sitting around and waiting until you have a friend group, until you have a man, until, you know, your family decides to do right by you so that you can have those memories. Learn to create those memories by yourself. Learn to start doing things by yourself. That's how you really establish a good, healthy relationship by yourself, by learning that at the end of the day, you don't need anybody to have a good time. You don't need anybody to be fulfilled and to feel loved and to feel respected, because you give all of those things to yourself. Now, granted, of course, I don't believe that everybody or humans in general are meant to be alone their entire lives, but I feel like a lot of people are afraid of being alone. So you have these people who are like letting people violate them in, you know, many different on many different occasions. You have people who sit back and take the disrespect, they take the abuse, they take the, you know, the name calling and X, Y, and Z because they're so afraid to be alone. But it's like, that's the best thing. That's the best gift you can give yourself. Even if it's just time to be alone for like a year, that's the best gift you can give yourself, because you are the only permanent thing in your life. So the last thing you need to be doing is neglecting yourself to the greatest degree. So when I say stop ruining the relationship you have with yourself, stop playing with yourself. Stop letting people play in your face and stop playing with yourself. Stop treating yourself as if you are supposed to come last in every single situation and in every single relationship that you have, romantic or platonic. Stop treating yourself like you don't deserve the utmost respect, the all the love in the world, everything that you set out to get. Stop treating yourself like you just are a fucking victim or are this sad little thing that just deserves to be treated like shit all the time. Stop treating yourself like that, because you don't deserve that. And the way that you treat yourself is going to determine how other people treat you. If you do not pour into yourself, don't expect nobody else to pour into you. If you don't respect yourself, don't expect nobody else to respect you. If you don't love yourself, no, don't expect nobody else to love you. And the list can go on. I can go on and on about this shit. But I am a huge believer of everything starts with the self. Everything starts from within, and as within, so without. So if you don't have those solid core values, that solid foundation, those healthy beliefs, and those healthy, you know, routines and traditions and those rituals that you go by, don't expect to receive it from the outside world if your inner world is not even, you know, producing it for yourself. If you're not even doing all that you can to make sure that you're seeing it first. Do you get what I'm saying? Hopefully we connecting. I feel like we are. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for this video. Stop letting people play in your face. That's done. It's the year of 2025. Happy New Year, by the way, but it's 2025. Stop letting people play in your face. Point blank, period. Stop that shit. But with that being said, I hope this video did exactly what it was supposed to do, and I hope you learn to treat yourself better, and I hope you have cut off all them people that popped up as I was speaking. Those are the people who need to go first. So I will see y'all in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.